Hello once more, welcome again to this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to buy a domain name and how to configure our domain name so that we are able to host it within our server. I use a software that is called WHM, which is Web Hosting Manager. I usually buy my domains from one of the cheap and reliable domain name reseller. The company is called Namecheap, as you can see their logo here. I already have an account with them, so if you're new and you want to buy a domain name, you will just come here and type the domain name you want to filter. For example, I want to buy a domain, and let me call my domain maybe hosting for pro, and I want to choose the extension, the TLDs to be .com, or let me use .com, .com, and then I click on search. So when we filter, this is the domain name, it's available, and the price is $10. But don't forget, next year when you renew it, it's not going to be $10, it's going to be $14. That's something you have to have in mind. I know there are some companies like Bluehost, they give you a domain name for free, but the next year you want to renew the domain, you're going to pay more than $20 and things like that. So I don't like companies that have hidden fees behind. With Namecheap, it's very straightforward. For .com, you will buy it for $10, sometimes $9, and now the renewal fee is always constant. It's going to be $14. So I click on add to cart. There's nothing technical you have to learn here. It's all about knowing where to navigate. You come to the company, you type namecheap.com, you make sure you click on the domain and domain search. It brings you this interface where you type the domain name you need, and then it tells you whether that domain is available like this one, or maybe someone has already registered. For example, if we were to type facebook.com here, it's already taken. There's a company called Facebook, so that domain will not be available. It's already taken. So here I have added to cart, and then I fill my items in the cart. This is where I click on checkout, and then I am able to see my domains in the checkout page. I had already added another domain before as an example, but if I want to remove it, I can remove it here so that I remain with the one that I have added now. And now the price is going to be $10, which we saw it there. From there, I click on confirm order, but I'm not going to buy because this is just tutorial purpose. I will show you again after I buy, how am I going to manage the domain now. So once I click on purchase, I will put in my credit card and everything, then the domain will be confirmed. So here, I don't want to do it. So I will now go to my dashboard, and I will show you an example of some of the domains I have and how am I able to configure it up. So here we are at the dashboard, and this list going down here, these are some of the domains I have, some are for my clients. So if I would come to the domain list, you will see all the domains are arranged alphabetically. It starts from the one starting in A, B, 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 C, C, C. So you have to also remember what was your domain name. Which letter did it start with? For example, we are using this one as an example. I click on, let me use this. I click on manage domain because this needs renewal. Manage domain. When you click on manage domain, what we want to do, we want to point this domain to our server. This is, remember, this is our server here. I have not logged in, and this is the company we bought the domain name from. And now we want to link them up so that the day we start hosting our domain within our own server, we are giving our server permission to use this domain from here, and we are telling Namecheap, this domain is not going to be hosted with you. We want to host it with a server that is outside of your system. In that server, the only language we are communicating is these two links. We have DNS1 and DNS2. They will ask you what you want to do here. For me, I want to paste a custom domain. I click on custom domain here because I want to point my domain to another server somewhere. And then there is an update button that will be here. And then I click update. That is done. Your domain has been pointed to your server. Now we will log into our server in another video so that I show you now how to host that domain within your server. Very straightforward. You buy your domain. After you have bought, I will be giving you these two links if you purchase the hosting server from me. and then you will be buying your domains from Namecheap. You come and paste your two domain name servers here, and boom, you've already linked your domain to your server. Remain only hosting your website now, or any other system within your content, I mean your web hosting management system. Otherwise, thank you. See you in the next lesson.